my very first one. I was getting bombed by wave after wave after wave, and then I got blasted by this one wave, and everything just told me to stand up, even though I've never stood up on a wave before. I couldn't help but to look down at my feet. Feels like I'm walking on water.
You have total control over what you do with yourself. I've become so much calmer. Just clear my thoughts and relax and just absorb everything.
I honestly don't know where I would have ended up without City Surf.
As surfers, we get a lot from the ocean, and we use the ocean, and it is like our lifeline. At City Surf Project, we want youth from all backgrounds to have an appreciation for nature and to build life skills and leadership skills all through the vehicle of surfing. We found that it has really helped them through struggling times. It also helped them find a good pathway in their lives. During this trip, we're taking our youth down to San Diego to team up with another organization, Wildcoast, where they can learn about protecting the environment and the important initiatives that Wildcoast is doing.
Wildcoast is an international team that conserves coastal and marine ecosystems and addresses climate change through natural solutions.
Here in California, we work a lot with marine protected area management.
Connecting with people that care about the ocean and also connecting them with the science of what we're doing to try to protect these incredible coastal spaces.
It's nice to connect with these young adults that haven't really had access to the coast their whole lives.
Many of them haven't had the opportunity to get out of San Francisco down to Southern California, and they can explore and expand their horizons. With our youth, we want to instill in them that appreciation for the ocean, but also understanding that the ocean is in peril.
I feel attached to the ocean, and then hearing about it being hurt, it's kind of hurting me too. It just feels great to be out here, just collecting data, helping people out.
We're doing a beach cleanup to celebrate our oceans. Wildcoast is all about protecting our coast and ocean.
And I'm just so grateful for your work at Wildcoast. We all need all hands on deck to make a difference.
I never really cared to notice until I started surfing, but I didn't realize how polluted the ocean truly is.
The work that Wildcoast is doing really makes that connection with the environment and the threats of the environment.
It's important to protect those ecosystems because as they get degraded, or if we alter their natural flow, then it can ruin our beaches and our surf spots, which we've seen a lot.
Unfortunately, these ecosystems have been degraded across the state of California. In some places, as much as 90% loss of wetland salt marsh. We got to go kayaking in La Jolla Cove and learn about one of our local marine protected areas, the Matlapool State Marine Reserve, and the many ecosystems you can find.
Marine protected areas are so important, helping that biodiversity, which then affects everything in the ocean. There are a lot of blue carbon ecosystems within marine protected areas. So it's really important to protect these spaces, not develop on them. It's not just about how beautiful they are, they're actually doing really important work.
I definitely would not have made any changes in my life if it wasn't for City Surf. I was getting into trouble, lighting stuff on fire. I actually spent a lot of that year hanging out in a sewer. Started hanging out with a bad crowd, Didn't really want to be here nor there. Didn't really want to be anywhere. 11th grade, I needed to take elective credits. I could take drama, PE, or surfing. Something about surfing just felt right.
The ocean's been a crazy journey of mine. I've gotten to know myself a lot, testing my limits. There are times of stress and anger that the ocean kind of just takes that away from me and let out that negative energy and bring out the positive that's within you.
It's been incredible to see a young person an exposure to an environment that they have never been exposed to, how it can really change their life.
I've been able to find myself, to be able to express myself and develop into a young female I am today. They've all guided me to keep pushing myself and also be like optimistic, much more joyful about things in life.
It's still that feeling of acceptance, you know? I felt like I could be open with anybody and everybody because just good people.
Surfing has just basically taken over my life.
We take from the ocean and we got to give back to the ocean.
As surfers, we all have responsibilities to dedicate our lives to help and protect it.
It's super important. Keeping the coast wild and keeping the wildlife out there that we love so much.
That's the most important thing, really.